We're back to commentating. Here is the real episode 5. I got them out of order when I exported them too. Episode 6 is labeled episode 7. What did I say that as? What was episode 5 called? Makeup. Where is it? Makeup. Yeah. Every episode has like those little names like that. Like the little... Yeah, first one's visitors, second one's...
See, I would have never remembered.
Yeah.
I just labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like Haley's monologue opening up because it's like she hasn't lost any momentum. And it's been a while. It had been a while since we'd all seen each other, too.
Yeah. Because we all went through a quarter of school.
I was afraid that we really wouldn't get back after the hiatus. I was afraid that we'd be stuck there. Because it happens a lot with creative projects. But I was determined.
There's a woman here, and she looks really
I
mad.
love this.
Rick, how many times have I told you not to go to my office?
That is my mother.
I was thinking, how many times have I heard that same voice yelling at me and PJ as we grew up? Several.
Mostly me. She doesn't yell at you.
I got yelled at a couple of times.
Once upon a blog. Old Light Production House. In association with...
I guess a lot's been going on. It's almost
Clutch Club
Christmas.
Films.
Clutch Club!
Say What turned into Clutch Club, and I had to change it on the day of rendering, and I was like...
Well, there was already another Say What film, so I looked it up and I was like, ooh!
I've been doing laundry lately, and this is in Snow White sheets.
My hair is definitely red in this one.
What else has been going on? I couldn't tell you. No one's talking to me.
I think this is my favorite episode.
Least of all, Gretel. Ever since I uploaded that video,
I can't tell, though. I like a lot of them.
Lately, Gretel's been trying to...
Amy's wearing an ICP jacket, by the way.
It's so pathetic, it's almost cute.
This part embarrasses me so much.
The point of you, dressing the way you are, and a lot of people came up to me after this, well, they didn't come up to me, but they asked me, was she trying to look like Snow White? And that wasn't intended, but sort of. Like, that's the whole reason she was doing it, was to look like Snow White, but I hadn't realized that with you dyeing your hair and putting the hair bow in, and wearing the makeup like you did, you really did kind of look like a drag queen version of Snow White.
Ursula makes Snow White.
Oh
my god, look at the camera and I'm like trying not to laugh. I think this is my favorite.
I like how John's reading. He reads a lot. Jack reads a lot. We did one take of this and I said, okay, we're going to do this again, but this time, Aurora, when you're done, sink back under the couch.
And then I did it and he was like, oh my god, it's creepy.
Red, have you seen Gretel? No, I was actually about to leave for the library.
That's supposed to be the stairwell that leads to the attic, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Hansel?
People at home.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Just like to know that your dad's a really good guy.
But your house is so big and confusing, no one questions whether a room's actually in your house or not.
Gretel, are you in there? What do you want, Hansel? I'm kind of preoccupied. Well, I just thought you'd like to know that dinner's getting cold. I had a big lunch.
This as well was supposed to be one big sweeping shot, and it didn't happen.
No, because I couldn't stop laughing. Usually, I don't have a problem like trying to keep a straight face.
You and Krista kept breaking character, and I was like,
I know, and it was just so...
Look, Thumbelina has wings now.
Hey, hurry up in there. I gotta wash up.
This was the hardest thing I've had to do. You can see me want to laugh.
You look awful.
I'm saving that. What's wrong? What are you carrying? What understand?
This is so bad. Because I was just dying to laugh the entire time.
I'm not perfect.
I like how before this you can see Snow White in the mirror.
I didn't realize.
I kept it in for purposes.
I'd rather be taken seriously than taken for granted.
But you can also see John's knee.
Jack doesn't seem to think that way. Well, Jack's an idiot. Who cares? Come on, I got an idea.
See?
Script like in the floor.
Well, you weren't reading off of it, you just...
When I opened the door, it fell off the radiator.
Here.
The attic that's actually in my basement.
No, it's nothing like that. I just want to show you.
Children's books.
Fairy tale book, but you said we're not.
I have to reprimand some people up in here.
And I still stand
It's a
by
little
that?
crazy up at my mom's house.
Where's that? In the attic?
The basement, but it's supposed to be the attic.
Tale of Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, there was a
I
woodcutter
love the
who lived in the forest
animation.
with his two
I like it
children,
in this one, and the next one I don't like it as well.
Gretel and a son.
That picture kills me.
His wife
Because
had
that
died
is a
sometime
genuine picture of PJ and I.
We were
when we were
little.
little.
I wish we had one from when we first met.
I have the one from the turkeys and eagles.
Well, that one was from earlier, the one that just popped up
I can't remember
a year
which years
before.
were years.
Because the Turkey and the Eagle play was grade 3,
Was it?
and that was second grade.
Growing hungry, and one night suggested to the
But we met in kindergarten.
perhaps we could save ourselves and the children if
Should
we
have
left them
pictures of us in our
Those
matching
silhouettes,
shirts.
by the way, were ours.
Nice.
Yeah, the profile I
I
just
love
drew
how
over
they
us.
the little.
I know that was my
dot
favorite
up
thing
and
that I've
down.
done.
I know, I love that.
But yeah, I wanted to do it in the Snow White animation, but I figured hers would have a completely different feeling to it.
Their father, knowing what his wife had done, soon
I worked on this the day after I saw
children.
Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows the first time,
His children was himself,
and I worked on it up until the day it aired.
dealt with the stepmother.
It took forever. The music, by the way, is composed by my friend Haley Posey, who wrote it specially for us. I told her there were 2 stories that had to have the same song, but for different purposes, and they intertwined together later. But it's really amazing what she did with the
Safe
music.
spot their father gave them. They
Show it a little
searched
bit
for
more,
breadcrumbs.
and you'll hear it in the finale.
The birds had eaten every piece of the trail, and so they wandered through the night until they happened upon a house made of gingerbread and candy. Having not eaten,
Boom.
they decided that this was a miracle and began breaking away.
Originally, this was just going to be me reading, and then I saw Deathly Hallows, and I was like, I have to put animation.
Friendly Dowager, she offered them
There's our
food
famous
and shelter
picture.
for the
Yeah.
night.
That's inspired by Winnie Snicket.
Hansel and Gretel went
Yeah,
to sleep.
clearly. You can see that part. There we are sleeping. If you notice, the bed knobs have apples
Last
on
thing I
them
remember
because
before waking up,
her mother. Yeah,
her in the woods.
We're sharing secrets that you can't hear.
you probably can hear her.
Spot. Their father became
Hansel and Gretel is not in that fairy tale book, by the way.
Really?
The actual, yeah,
I
it's
found
not.
remember that little tiny one I found? Like 2 days after we started? Yeah, it was at John's house. He gave it to me like 2 days after we started filming.
Oh.
It was like Hansel and Gretel. It was like
because I know
That
what it's
big.
like to have
That's what she said.
my parents.
I'm also afraid that people didn't get this part.
But look what happened.
Because basically, what happens if you don't understand what she's saying is that her parents got divorced the same time she graduated high school,
My father is
and her grandmother developed
marrying
dementia,
the one who cheated on my mom.
and she didn't want to put her in a home.
My grandma, she's just
And their
fallen
house is
through
kind of
the
like a
cracks,
split
and my
level where the
brother
basement's just like another
ran
house,
off to
which
see
I never showed that, but you'll see a little bit of that in the
because
finale.
it's neither one of our houses.
Right, but you'll see a little bit of that in the finale because Grandma is going to be in it.
Only so many
Um,
times I could knock the for sale sign down.
And the house was for sale. They put the for sale sign up, and they agreed to let Brooke live there with Grandma so long as the house had not been bought. And then when the house was sold, they had to stick Grandma in a home, and Brooke would have to either move in with one of them or go to a dorm at college.
I have to get back home. And you will. We just have to figure out how.
Oh God, I keep forgetting about Kate.
Oh, I know.
Knock yourself out of here.
Kate kills us.
We filmed this part before the hiatus.
This is like this was the same night the storm hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the last things we filmed. I love how there's still a
The
wreath,
first things
though,
we
on the
filmed?
door. Last things we filmed.
Where have you been?
I mean, it was the last things we filmed before the hiatus because,
Was it? I
yeah,
was thinking this was early.
it was late.
Let's get this off your face.
Because Krista cut her hair, and that's why she has her hair in a bun in the first episode, because she doesn't want people to realize.
He lived next door to us, and I was being
This
chased
is so
around
awful. I can't even stand to
Well,
watch
it's not your fault. Aurora, this was supposed to be earlier, but Krista just
slingshot.
cut up all those lines and ran out, and it was like, okay, we'll shoot this later.
Entire time, and I just wanted
Blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this for Aurora's comfort, but it's not bad.
Oh, that makes sense. So,
I talk about
how about
an
you put this on?
annoying little
Instead of that,
kid.
Well, you change your voice for the part. I do too. Hansel's got a throatier voice than I do.
is
But no, because we were like recording the other day. I have a really high pitched voice for like being a big girl
Well, no, I mean it's not that high pitched. I mean it's
for my size.
Virgin Hoodvin. That wasn't high pitched. This
part was
song,
horrible because I opened my eye.
they kept messing up the
and I
makeup, and
kept messing
Krista
up the makeup.
kept spitting on your face.
She was like, "You're getting princess spit on your face."
Kura was like, awesome. This song is called Still Time by David Morrison, who did the Light Up My Way at the end of episode 4. The song is originally by Jeremy Barber, though, and I love that version, but I couldn't get an MP3 of it, so. Bum, bum, don't go.
See, you can see where I had opened my eye.
I'm trying to pan over to Krista, and then you can see the boy she was babysitting sitting just for a split second.
The what?
The boy that she was babysitting that day that came over to
Oh,
watch his
did
film.
you?
Yeah.
I'm so emo with my dark hair.
Well, I put a filter on to make it look like the day had gone by farther.
No, it is now or never.
Go on, go on.
Hey, Gertie. You look like you're feeling a lot better. This is for you. I picked it up on the way back from my Chinese place.
This part is, you have no idea how much people love this. It's so cute. Ben was telling me, if you guys don't do season 2, how am I going to know what happens to Gretel and Jack?
Aww.
And I was like, you're assuming that they both live in season 2.
Oh.
I told him between season 1 and season 2 we're left without a main character. And I told him that someone doesn't survive to season 2. And that's how I told him.
Ah.
Bonus this week. You should go do something fun.
Oh, like an adventure with everyone? Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of...
My girl voice is so whiny.
And there's Jack's room in the background there.
It's really my room.
Originally it was supposed to be our room in the story, but then the wisteria started poking out of the
Yeah.
window, and Aurora was like, Jack has to live in here. And then it ended up not mattering.
This is the most embarrassing thing PJ's ever put on YouTube of me.
Which,
Quite easily.
in my defense, though, it could be much worse.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just come and eat now.
Nobody thought this was bad, though. Everybody loved it.
Okay, so...
Oh, God.
Oh, yay.
I wish we'd written more with her in it.
Stars and beyond.
But I had no way of knowing when Kate would be
Yeah.
Say that. Y'all need to get your ears
What was her
shut.
inspiration for dress? You said Tia Dalma?
I said a cross between Tia Dalma and... What else did I say?
Yeah, we gave them some.
There are no leads.
There was actually tea that she dumped on the floor, but...
Okay, it's not
Yeah, I'm just saying we give them product. Cash Express cup comes up from the middle.
They're often home when they
These are the only clean cups you
It's not surprising.
They just
That was during the point when all our dishes were packed up. Like,
Yeah.
Because Dad packed our dishes away and let us use them when they moved out.
You wish them here, so your answer is clear. Wish them back.
I love Annie Faye.
It's not working. Of course,
Her character is underdeveloped, but in the best possible way.
Revolution for the common, which isn't too far off. And after 11/11,
She makes another cameo, though, in the series.
wish them back. And that'll work.
I can hear John coughing in the background.
But be warned, you only have until midnight, and you must have them all together.
I love the hands.
You'll have to wait till the next
She's very theatrical, because that's all Kate's ever done is theater, and so...
Well, I guess to be somewhere peace.
And that's part of the issue with us, is that everybody that's done this before has only done theater. So they're used to having to project
Hey, we did
everything.
commercials back in the day.
Well.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
And people are like, you have a really good, like, narration voice. That's all I kept hearing for the...
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the thing of it is because, you know, I was going to be a voice-over actor, and I did the commercials for HTV on the radio for so long.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm really not that great, guys.
Yeah, don't let him lie. He's amazing. He just wants to hear you guys say he's amazing.
I can't hear you say anything if this is going to be a DVD extra. Uh-huh. I'll see you in the next episode.